This week on Outdoor Bound TV, we travel to southeast Wisconsin to take part in the 26th Annual Sturgeon Stampede, held each February on Wisconsin's largest inland body of water, Lake Winnebago. This annual winter event attracts sturgeon spearing enthusiasts from all over the U.S. for the celebrated opening weekend of the sturgeon spearing season. Take a look at this. Yeah.
That was intense.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Real Deal G2 Seeds, Brew Pub Pizza, Meyer Recreational Buildings, and Colby Chrysler Center.
Real Deal G2 Seeds. The results speak for themselves.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Since 1957, Meyer Buildings has offered full design and project management for your farm, equestrian, commercial, and storage building needs. Our recreational building line specializes in the design and construction of affordable, remote area buildings for the outdoorsman.
This is my second Meyer building. I've been satisfied both times. Their design assistance, the quality of the construction, and their attention to detail. It's perfect.
At Meyer Recreational Buildings, we offer custom building solutions for all of your building needs. Log on today for a better way to build.
You know, we all expect a lot from our trucks, whether it's tackling Wisconsin's tough winters, towing that boat to the lake, or getting you to your favorite hunting spot.
The Ram 1500 with your choice of the 28 mile per gallon Eco Diesel or the legendary Hemi Power, air ride adjustable off-road suspension, and optional Ram box.
So make the short drive to Colby Chrysler Center and discover for yourself why so many sportsmen and women have chosen the all-new Ram 1500. Welcome home to Colby Chrysler.
Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm your host, Kurt Walbeck.
And I'm Outdoor Bound TV Pro Staffer, Tricia Bowen-Steffen. On this week's episode, I get to take part in a unique event that occurs in only 2 places in the United States, sturgeon spearing through the ice. These prehistoric fish have been around since the time of the dinosaur, and due to a cooperative effort between Wisconsin DNR and the fishermen around Lake Winnebago, sturgeon spearing is still possible today.
So let's head to Fond du Lac, Wisconsin for the 26th Annual Sturgeon Stampede on the frozen waters of Lake Winnebago.
Today's the day before opening of sturgeon spearing at 2015 on Lake Winnebago. Today's cut-in day, everything is crazy, everybody's running out, hurry up, get all the holes cut. Shanty's set up on the special locations. I know there'll be a lot more people coming out in the middle of the night because they don't want anybody to know where they're going to be. Just insane chaoticness. Everybody's running rampant around the lake.
This gentleman just had given me a call and he asked me to saw him in here. That's why he picked this spot out himself. He thinks this could be the hot spot this year. We're just right outside of Wentz here, and it's about 8 feet deep here, and he thinks this is his lucky hole.
It's a great time. I love getting to see all the different people and experiences and learn more about the sturgeon.
We got a lot of holes cut today. We cut quite a few in yesterday, like 21 holes yesterday, and we got at least that many more to cut today. Just helping everybody out get their shanties set up, and we got roads that we marked out with our West Shore Fishing Club, and we were plowing at 5 o'clock this morning, getting the roads all plowed so guys can get out here decent, and we had to move one of our bridges, and the bridge broke, so we had to pull that to shore to get it welded. Got a lot of stuff going on.
Well, my name is Carrie Stollenwerk. I'm with the Fond du Lac Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I'm the Director of Sales. Fond du Lac is situated at the base of Lake Winnebago. This year is the 26th annual event, is the Sturgeon Stampede Festival. It always coincides with the opening of sturgeon spearing season, which is the second Saturday in February. They'll have food and beverages, even bands that are playing in these tents out on the lake. And it just becomes vibrant. Bonfires, fireworks. It has such family tradition, and it was a whirlwind of activity because we hosted the World Ice and Snow Sailing Championship. Fond du Lac became a mecca for international visitors as well. A lot to bring out families when at this time everybody's sitting inside looking for something to do.
Getting ready to head out on Lake Winnebago for the annual sturgeon spearing season. Today, Valentine's Day, is opening day, and as you can see, the race is on. Everybody's heading out to the lake to get in their shanty and get it warmed up if they hadn't already. We have 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, so it's pretty cold, but good thing. And for the invention of propane heaters, we'll all stay warm inside our shacks. We're getting ready to get in the vehicle, follow our guide out to where our dark house is, our shanty. We'll get our spears hung and ready in the water, lower our decoys, and get ready to spear our sturgeon.
This is the fanciest dark house I've ever been in. Dropping our good luck decoy down in the hole.
There.
I want to keep it suspended just enough for you to be able to spear it and see. I can always throw it down a little bit further. Get the lights off here.
Our expectations for today are to have fun and to hopefully at least see a sturgeon. This is my third year spearing. I have my daughter with me today, and we're both just big fans of the comeback story of the sturgeon and what Lake Winnebago has to offer. Going around the lake and seeing all the art that's involved in this sport. The decoy carvers, there's many of them, very unique. Everybody has a different take on how to make a decoy or what makes the sturgeon come in. So decoy carvers like Mary Lou Schneider, George Schmidt, all very iconic in this area.
I'm Mary Lou Schneider. I live in just outside of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, alongside Lake Winnebago. Been there for 80-some years, so I like to fish, hunt, anything in sports, and love sturgeon spearing, yeah. I always like to, work with wood, and I've got some in the basement, some of my first ones. When I look at them now, I think, oh my. But they're more or less like collector items, I just enjoy doing it. And every year I try to make something different. Usually go back to the original, a lot of them. Well, I used to go with my dad, 14, 15 years old, and I did everything wrong of what he told me what to do, Sitting in the shanty, and at noon I ate lunch, get tired, so I was laying on the floor and I dozed off, and looked down and here comes this nice fish, right up to the decoy. So years ago, the spear would be out of the water because they always said if the spear was in the water, when you'd move it around, it'd make ripples, you couldn't see the fish. So then when the fish come, you're supposed to grab the spear and then just gently put it in the water and then throw. Well, I didn't gently put it in the water. I just let her fly. Splash, but I got the fish. And that one was 56 pounds. That was my first fish. So then I was really hooked. I've probably speared about 30, 40 fish. The largest was 107, and then in 96, I got a 94 pounder. That one I had to call for help. I had a lot of help real quick. So some of them say, oh, there's nothing to it. There's some people, they go out there the first time out, first hour, they get a fish, you know, well, there's nothing to this. But it might be another 5, 6 years before they see something.
We were unsuccessful for opening day, but is there any unsuccessful day in the outdoors? But we stared down the hole for a good 6 hours, and one baby sturgeon spotted by our host, Carrie Stolenwerk. We're gonna close up our holes, pull out our spears, but we're gonna go up to the shore and we'll see all the successful people and hear their stories, meet up with old friends, and maybe make some new ones as well.
A buddy of mine was sitting in the same shack as I was, back to back. He was stretching his neck, and all of a sudden I heard this bubble. And I said, "You all right? You didn't fall in yet." And the sturgeon came out of the hole. And when he looked at it, time to throw the spear, it was down too far, he couldn't get it. Yeah, never had seen that in a lifetime.
Came out of the hole?
Came out of the hole, grabbed some air, went back down.
Oh my God.
Now don't go away, because right after the break we have day 2 on the ice with Tricia, and we get a chance to sit down with the founder of Sturgeon for Tomorrow and one of the true pioneers in sturgeon conservation and management.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission, HHA Sports, Titanium Tipstick, and Bowen Lodge.
I'm gonna be just like my dad, strong like him, smart like him, and now that I have my Mission Menace, I'm gonna be a bow hunter just like he is. This bow is my beginning, my future. This is my mission.
Featuring an advanced perimeter weighted dual cam system, the Mission Menace provides power for the hunt and adjustability to fit any beginner, young or old. Visit missionarchery.com to find an authorized retailer near you. Mission by Matthews.
Optimizer by HHA Sports. The Optimizer Lite Ultra, voted #1 single pin adjustable sight for 10 years running. The Optimizer Speed Dial for crossbows, to the yard accuracy with a single reticle. And the Optimizer Horizon, offering unmatched accuracy from both short and long range firearms. All Optimizer sight systems utilize range dial shoot technology. Ask for Optimizer at a dealer near you.
Luminoc, the original self-contained lighted knock on the market, patented to accept replaceable lithium batteries and designed to work with all carbon arrow shafts while producing the brightest results during any condition. Easily the most durable illuminated knocks to allow up to 40 hours of continuous use and are packaged and crafted to perfection for hundreds of shots. There's only one true Luminoc. Luminoc by Burt Coyote, made in the USA.
Hi folks, Jeff Skelly here, professional fishing guide on the Lake Winnebago for the last 30 years. If you want to enjoy your vacation a lot more, make sure you bring some Lindy rig supplies along, 1/2 ounce egg sinkers, 6-foot snells to a number 4 hook, and you can enjoy a great day here on Lake Winnebago. For more great fishing tips, log on to bowenlodge.com.
Here are this week's Outdoor Bound TV viewer photos.
It's day 2 of sturgeon spearing on Lake Winnebago. I didn't have any luck yesterday. We're giving it another try today. As you can see, it's beautiful. The sun's shining. The winds have died down a little bit, still a little windy, but nothing like yesterday with our whiteout conditions. The clarity of the water is excellent. We can see the bottom in 17 feet of water. I have the magic white mug hanging down, hoping that's going to be the trick to luring in a big old sturgeon for me. So wish me luck. We heard that the sturgeon are swimming a little bit higher underneath the ice, so we only put it about 4 feet down. We're in about 17 feet of water right now, and I'm not going to take my eyes away from the hole very much because if I miss a sturgeon coming by, we hang the spear from a hook on top and keep the tips in the water. Sturgeon don't have the best eyesight, but they can detect movement. So we keep back, we try not to make shadows, almost like bow hunting. You don't want to have your feet hanging over the edge. And when we move the spear to get ready, just move it very slowly, not try to make ripples. Lift it off the very slight hook up there, give it a throw, and then we start pulling on the rope.
Now, one of the early sturgeon fishermen of Lake Winnebago, and the man most responsible for convincing Wisconsin DNR officials to attempt private rearing and reintroduction of sturgeon into the Winnebago system, is Fond du Lac area resident Bill Casper.
When I was 8, I started fishing. I started going out there with my uncle Ambrose Langenfeld. And when I turned 14, he gave me his fishing shanty. He gave me all his equipment, his spear, gaff hook, skimmers for skimming a hole, and the shanty was complete. First year I fished by myself. I got a 53-pound sturgeon, and I've been doing it ever since. When our forefathers came here, they started building dams in the river. They put in 17 locks and dams from Lake Winnebago to the Bay of Green Bay. They blocked off all the spawning for the sturgeon. It was about this very time, in 1977, I began to think about what would ever happen to the Lake Winnebago system. Let's say for some odd reason, something would happen to the lake that they wouldn't reproduce or whatever. How could we replenish that crop? Because in the entire United States, we did not know how to raise sturgeon in a hatchery environment. Got me thinking that, why not have the fishermen try to do this? Why don't we get together and learn to raise these fish? Because I'd been told by the DNR that they have tried it and it didn't work. They could not raise sturgeon. I circulated a bulletin that simply said, we're going to have a meeting at our town hall and we'll try to decide on whether or not we can raise fish. Had these bulletins, I drove around the entire lake. I wanted to do that while the sturgeon fishermen were still coming off the lake. I made it around the lake. I had a meeting, and 150 fishermen showed up, and I invited the DNR people. Dan Volz and Gordy Priegel, they showed up. 150 fishermen were in favor of trying to do this, and 2 department people said, it's impossible. You can't do it. You can't raise sturgeon in a hatchery environment. I contacted National Geographic, and I said, can anyone in this world raise sturgeon? And they said, Russia has learned how to do it. They were hatching, at that time, 75 to 100 million sturgeon every year. I got notice from a gentleman that had a fish hatchery in New London. And he said, Bill, I'm reading about you. I know what you're trying to do. There's a professor at Dartmouth College named Bill Ballard. So I got information and found Bill Ballard that very day. In fact, he said, "My God, man, where are you calling from?" I said, "Wisconsin." I said, "Lake Winnebago." And he says, "You mean you have sturgeon?" And I said, "Yes, we have sturgeon, and we need help." I said, "We'd like to learn to raise them." And I said, "What would it take to bring you here?" He said, it would take a plane ticket for me and my wife. So I had a committee already made up of people that volunteered. There was 5 of us. I brought Ballard here and had a meeting with the DNR again. They were convinced after a while that we would try it. They required so many things of us, and I thought, well, we'll never be able to do all these things. The following morning, I went to pick Ballard and his wife up to take them to the airport, and he came walking with this written tablet, and he says, "Here," he said, "Bill, guard this with your life." And his wife said, "Yeah, he spent the whole night writing." Well, he wrote all that was required to raise sturgeon. He wrote everything that the DNR had asked for. And so he called it the recipe for raising sturgeon. The first year we were unsuccessful. The next year, the DNR said, "We're going to try this now. We'll take it to the Wild Rose Hatchery." And we had a 90% hatch, successful hatch. We've done work like building spawning sites on the river, putting stone in, riprap in. The spawning of the sturgeon right now is unbelievable. I mean, it's the numbers that we've got. We were having trouble with the sturgeon being poached in the Wolf River, and this was really hurting our crop of sturgeon. 400 to 500 people volunteer now to go sit on the river, and the DNR places the people on different spots where they know the good hot spots are and watch the river. I said, I hope that I live long enough to see the day when we can successfully raise these sturgeon to a point where we can restock the Great Lakes. I just turned 84 last couple weeks ago, and guess what? Right now, we're putting sturgeon back into the Great Lakes. This is getting to be a very popular sport. The number of fish that we're allowed to take is never more than 5% of what's out there. I believe this year they sold 13,000 licenses for people to go on that lake, but only about 1,300 or whatever people are going to be allowed to get a fish, and it shuts off.
My fiance was sitting in my double holer, and so I got in there and sitting in there, and I wasn't in there 10 minutes, and all of a sudden a little sturgeon about 2 feet long went through first. And we all got to see that fish go through, and it wasn't not even 5 to 10 minutes. This fish, I didn't even see it. My buddy, he didn't have a tag, said, "Oh my gosh, he's going." I'm like, "What?" And I look over the hole, and this fish is right there coming right at me. The fish is going, already going under, and I'm like, I grabbed the spear and I just went under like that, and I hit it, and saw I had a good hit on it. It went over in the girl's hole, and then I told her to start pulling up the decoys, and I started pulling back on the rope, and then it started swimming around, and I said, okay, we're just gonna let it tire out, let it swim around, let it tire itself out, and it finally calmed down. And so I started pulling it up real slow, and I said, okay, everybody start taking pictures. Here it is, it's in the hole. And everybody's snapping pictures, and I had my son lay down on the ground right next to it, and I took pictures with him. It was really awesome. Good time. Everybody got to see it. It was fun. It was 71 inches and 95.3 pounds. Very exciting.
I like to stuff it. I come from Bedford, Wisconsin.
Favorite part about sturgeon spearing for me is being there with my mom and goofing off in the shack a little bit, having a little good time. Without Bill Casper helping here, I don't think that I would be here today saying this stuff to you guys.
Sturgeon numbers are at an all-time high. There's never been sizes that they are right now. The DNR reporting much larger, healthier, mature sturgeon than they ever have in the past. That's all thanks to the people around Lake Winnebago and their pursuit in preserving this natural resource and keeping it here for people of tomorrow.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Nays Baits, Northeast Wisconsin chapter of SCI, Rue Motors, and Burzoff.
Nays Baits, durable, effective, unique. The must-have fishing lures for every musky angler. Crank it, rip it, fast or slow. Our flagship Livid Fish brings them in again and again. Put trophy muskie in your boat with Nays Baits. Go topwater with our 10 head. From deadly slow to an all-out sprint. Nays Baits. Get it done. Check us out online or pick up Nays Baits at a retailer near you.
Hi everyone, join me in Green Bay this February at the Stadium View Sports Bar for the Northeast Wisconsin chapter of SCI's Annual Hunter Expo and Banquet.
Join us February 26th through the 28th and visit with outfitters, professional hunters, retailers, and lodge owners from around the world at the Wisconsin State Hunting Expo. Then join us Saturday night at Stadium View for the SCI Hunters Banquet featuring great food, gun raffles, and famous live auction.
We'll see you at these two great events, February 27th and 28th. Call for your tickets today.
Hi, I'm Tim Rue from Rue Motors. Whether work or play, we have the Kubota RTV for you.
Rue Motors has been serving central Wisconsin since 1947 with a full line of quality Kubota tractors, mowers, and RTVs. Backed by 4 generations, you can count on the staff at Rue Motors for outstanding sales and service on all of your quality Kubota products at both convenient locations.
Rue Motors, take the short drive up Highway 45 in Burnhamwood or Antigo.
Hey everyone, if you've spent any amount of time in the outdoors like I do, chances are you've gotten those burrs stuck in your clothes. Well, I found a great new product to help you easily remove these pesky hitchhikers from your clothing.
Introducing Burzoff, the first and only burr removal tool that works on all types of burrs and all types of clothing. No more pulling burrs off with your fingers. Brush them off in seconds with Burzoff.
I take one with me everywhere I go.
Look for Burzoff at a dealer near you.
Product and promotional consideration provided for Outdoor Bound TV by these fine sponsors.
Hey Tricia, we look forward to seeing you back on the ice there on Lake Winnebago next year. Folks, join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the Midwest, around the nation, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
All right, Scooter, what's going on there, buddy?
Oh, that didn't go very well.
Well, if it keeps going and then goes down into the mud. Hi, Bill.
Right.
Okay.
Ice fishing, just let it ring.
Start over.
Absolutely.
This was so much fun. Okay, redo that. Okay. Yeah, it is fun. I'll start. Okay, what number lake is this? You want me to do that again? Yeah, it was really fumbly.